One trend we're seeing from U.S. consumers is greater interest in meat snacks. Jennifer Scheich reporting on this over at porkbusiness.com. Now take a look. Between March of 2024 and March of this year, Circana syndicated data shows meat snacks delivered $3.7 billion in annual dollar sales. That's up 15.6% versus a year ago. Total meat snack sales, they climbed over 48 million units sold. That's up 11%. And meat snacks now account for roughly 6% of all dollar sales in the snack aisle. That was from last year's data, but delivered nearly 51% of the growth there. Now, much of this trend is driven by eating habits of younger consumers.
Portability is the real trick here. I mean, that's the piece of this puzzle that I think when we talk about, what's driving snack stick growth, what's driving it, it's really about portability. And our life, I mean, you know how it is. Our lives are so busy and our kids are going all over the place. You can throw in a lunchbox and feel like, hey, my kid's going to get some protein, or I'm going to get some protein on the road, is really what is driving that. It's just we're on the go.
I think the younger consumer today also is much more of a grazer, right? And they snack a lot more. And so versus in the past, we may have had our 3 strict meals, right? 3 meals, no snacks. And today, if you were to ask my students, how many meals do you eat a day? And they're like, well, I eat like 5 snacks a day, right? Like I barely even eat a full meal. And it blows my mind, right? But to them, that's normal. And so trying to get pork into the more snacking category, and having things like pork sticks and trying to get into that category and really make an impact there has been super impactful for us as well.
I think when we think about, pork and we think about pork and portability, there's so many opportunities in the sandwich world with the on-the-go sandwiches and, lunch opportunities and snack sticks, whether it's 1 ounce, half ounce, 2 ounce. I think, and pork is such a good conduit of flavor. I think that's the real key, right? Is it's a great conduit of flavor, and it really brings a lot of uniqueness out in the seasonings and spices, because we don't use a lot of them in the products that we make.
You can read more about this over at porkbusiness.com.